everyone, Sabrina here from Scrappy Tales Crafts, and today I'm going to create another Magic Iris card using some Lawn Fawn products. The first stamp set I'll use for this card is Mom and Me, and then this stamp set which is called Butterfly Kisses. And I will be using those with the Magic Iris to create a really fun Mother's Day card. So as always, I'm going to start off by showing you the coloring. So I'm going to show you how I colored up this bear. I won't end up using him. I just felt like the scene was a little bit overcrowded, but he would have been really cute in the scene as well. And I really liked the brown combination that I used, so I just decided to leave this little bear in case you wanted to use the bear. So I use E27, 25, and then for the highlight color I use E15. And then for the bear's belly I used E15 and E13. You can see that I stamped out a few of the images from each stamp set and I die cut them before coloring. And I stamped them out with Memento Tuxedo black ink, which is alcohol friendly, and it works really nicely with my Copics. So now I'm going to color up these foxes, and I wanted these foxes to be a family, so I just colored up the mom fox with her little baby in her tail. This one I guess would be more of like a teenager. And then there's another small fox from Mom and Me that I'm going to color up. So I guess this would be like a family of 3. And my mother-in-law actually has 3 children, so I'm going to send this card to her from her son. So I think for the foxes I used E19, E08, and then YR27 as my highlight color, which is more orange. E19 and E08 is more red, but I wanted it to be a little bit warmer with the orange, and I think this is a really nice combo for foxes. Now for this fox I messed up the coloring. I should have left his face partially white, but I was lazy and I did not want to re-stamp this image and color it again, so we're just going to have an all red fox for one of these. For the smaller fox here, I'm just going to use E08 and YR27 just because this image is so small. And then for the white portions on the foxes, I'm just going to use W1 to add a little bit of shading. For this bunny, I'm using W4, W2, and W0. I get a lot of comments that say to leave in the marker caps or to tell you guys which markers I'm using, so I'm going to try my best to tell you the color combinations. For the ears, I'm just going to add a little bit of pink. I also gave the bunny some pink cheeks. For the cloud, I'm just going to go in with W0 and add a little bit of shading to those. And then in the Butterfly Kisses stamp set, there were a whole bunch of butterflies, obviously, for the little fox to catch with his net. So I decided to color up a few of those. And I'm going to also add in some bees from a honeybee stamp set, which you'll see a little bit later. I already had those colored. I had some leftovers from other Mother's Day cards I've been making, so you won't see me color those bees in. But here are the butterflies. I just kind of chose some rainbow colors. There's a lot of neutrals going on with the animals, so I wanted them to be very colorful. For the net, I'm going to make the stick portion black, and then the net will be a light blue. So I think I use B01, B00, and BG000000. All right, and now I'm going to assemble my Magic Iris. If you have been watching my channel, you know I'm obsessed with this die. It's probably my favorite Lawn Fawn interactive die. You can see I'm adding the sausage pieces to the first ring, which I die cut from heavyweight white cardstock. I added some glue dots to the X's on those sausage pieces, and now I'm laying another ring on top of that. I'm going to flip the ring over and add some double-sided tape to those areas that have, I guess it's kind of like stitching. It tells you where to add the tape. So I added my tape there. I'm going to remove the backing, and then I'm going to add these strips of cardstock, which comes with the die. I cut those 3 times so that I can add 3 on each of those tabs. And then I'm going to take another ring. Actually, not yet. I'm going to glue the handle of the wheel with some double-sided tape. I only added tape to the top half of it, and then I'll just glue that right next to one of those tabs that I added behind the ring. You want there to be a slight gap between the two, but you want it to be very close together. And now I'm going to take another ring, going to add some double-sided tape to those tabs, remove the backing, and then you're going to fold these tabs over the final ring. Okay, so I'm going to grab that ring, lay it over the middle one, and then I'll just fold over those tabs. And I'm not folding them tightly. You want them to be pretty loose so that your mechanism can open and close easily. So here you can see my magic iris is complete. So now I'm going to work on my background panel. I'm taking a white Nina panel, and I'm going to do some ink blending using a cloud stencil and a blender brush. I just used whatever ink was left on it to ink blend some blue color to create some clouds. And now I'm taking some grass dies. These are by Trinity Stamps. I'm going to add tape behind them and add them to my scene. I'm going to add a second layer of grass in a slightly darker color, just I guess for dimension. So I'm adding those grasses to the bottom with double-sided tape, and then I'll trim off the rest. And then I'm going to take my magic iris. I lost the footage of me ink blending the clouds onto it, but I did it the same way I created that background. I used the same stencil and the same ink. And I even ink blended the clouds onto those sausage pieces so that everything kind of blends seamlessly. So now I'm taking my die cut images and I'm just arranging a scene here. I think the bunny is a little bit random just because it's a family of foxes and then a bunny. So maybe it's like an adopted child, I don't know. But I thought the bunny was just really cute and I wanted to include her, so I'm going to color up another one of these butterflies that I found. And then here you can see those bees. Those are by Honeybee. And I just wanted some more bugs for the little fox to try to catch. I'm going to stamp out the sentiment "fluttering by to say" at the top of the magic iris. I wanted the magic iris to reveal the rest of the sentiment, and so I'm going to stamp "I love you, Mom" in the center. So when the recipient pulls it down, they're going to see that hidden message that coordinates with that "fluttering by to say." So right now I'm just gluing down all of my stamped images. I'm just using my art glitter glue to adhere everything. I didn't want to add any extra dimension just because that scallop piece is very dimensional. By the way, that scallop ring is an add-on to the magic iris, and I will have all of the supplies listed down below. Jamie does carry most of these items that I am using on today's card. So you can see I just added some clouds to the sky. I'm going to tuck that mom fox with her baby to the right side. I'm going to add the arrow to my magic iris so the recipient knows to pull that down. And then I'm just going to glue down the rest of these images here. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the hidden message. So I die cut a pink circle, and I'm going to stamp "I love you, Mom" in the center of that, and then I'm going to add a few extra butterflies around the sentiment. I kind of wish I added some more butterflies to the sausage pieces, just so that the butterflies would move when you open the magic iris, but I didn't have enough, and again, I was lazy to die cut more butterflies, but I still think this card is really cute. So here is what it's going to look like once the magic iris is open. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to attach my scalloped ring now. I'm adding tape around the entire ring except where those little tabs are. Those tabs are what opens and closes the magic iris, so you don't want to add any tape to those. And then here you can see I'm just playing around with that. I forgot to add acetate. I really like to add acetate to my cards. So if you wanted to add that, you would just add it behind the Scalloped Ring. And that's what I did on my last Magic Iris card in my last video, and I really liked how that looked. So I wish I did that for this card, but I forgot. So I attached my last few images, and now I'm going to flip this panel over, add some double-sided tape, and attach it to a heavyweight pink card base. I thought the pink looked nice with the I love you mom message. And that's going to complete today's card. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And if you haven't yet already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I am almost at 3,000 subscribers, guys, and the faster I get there, the faster I can do a giveaway. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!